Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Dark Sky, and today we are playing Incremental Factory. We're a little bit further along. I finally finished the purple science packs over here, so I got quite a few that I had to do. I'm almost thinking that I want to expand this a little bit more, maybe kind of simplify it out a little bit. But I think for the time being, it seems to be okay. What we had to do here was we had to bring in the, what is this one called? It is the silicon dioxide. I had to bring the silicon dioxide in here and then the aluminum plate to make the blue chip, which is the Gen 2 chip. But I wasn't able to bring in the copper into it, but I had to kind of implement the copper coils and all that into the actual Gen 2 diagram here. So you can see that on here that I had to do the copper smelter, put the cable extruder in here and the copper miner and kind of mix it in, but I would only be able to put in one plant of the Gen 2. That way I'm actually able to make about one, time or whatever per minute on this certain factory. And then I multiplied that times 6. So I was able to make come out with 6 here. Once that the 6 come in, then I have it all come into this node, and then it goes into the purple potion, which the purple potion to make it or the purple science pack, sorry, it takes the gen pack, and then it takes 1 sulfur. So I bring in the sulfur, and then we are able to pump out the purple science packs. So that's pretty much how I was able to do that. It took a little bit of time, a little bit finagling to kind of get everything just right. I even had to kind of move stuff around a little bit just so that I could get everything kind of sitting on the screen without having to scroll, huge distances to find things. Now I did up here, which is my, my iron plates. I had to expand those out a little bit. I wasn't making enough plates. I'm still not convinced I'm making enough plates yet. I might have to expand that out and maybe even add a few more. Now this one up here, you can see it's like partially done, and I just, kind of haphazardly done it. But this is my my Gen 2 plant up here, and this is just one. Here's the second one down here. So you can see that I have 2 gen plants that are making Gen 2 chip. So I have those 2, making that, and I guess it's making enough. It's making enough where I feel comfortable about this. So, but I just haven't gone through and changed out all the colors on this. It's not like it's a big deal, but I like uniformity, and I like everything a little, everything to look kind of the same. But yeah, I had to kind of simplify things and just kind of go with it because I was kind of in a rush, and I hate being in a rush. That my OCD definitely kind of gets the best of me sometimes when I'm in a rush. But yeah, you can see now that I'm kind of just, fixing this mistake here, getting this all the same color. I wish that when you go to copy stuff that it would leave the color alone, or that you're able to gather them all up and then, change the color all at once on all of them instead of just, doing it like this, where I'm doing it like one at a time. Makes it a little bit, time consuming, if you will. But there we go. So we pretty much got most of these on, back to the right color for them. So we know that they're all part of the Gen 2 chip here configuration. And you can see what it took to do this. A lot of quartz, a lot of oxygen. Looks like we had, I believe that's aluminum up there, or bauxite. I think it's what they call is bauxite, which is basically aluminum. So there we go. So now what the next thing is we really need to do here is we need to we need to work on the yellow potion or the yellow science pack. And so I have this one down here, and this production chip down here is just so that I can look at my list and try to figure out what it is that I need to do and how to do it. Now, I could make the drone factory and the drone port. Now, I'm not 100% sure on how that's going to help me, other than the fact that it increases my task execution speed by 2 tasks, plus 2 tasks per minute. Well, I guess that makes things a little easier, considering that right now, if I go to copy set like a formula or something like that, and I drag down that new formula down to it, for it to be able to make all the plants and the buildings and everything like that, takes a considerable amount of time. So it might be in my best interest to make some of these drone factories, just so that I can it doesn't take me forever to get to that point. Now, the other thing I need to do is I have most of this. Now, here's my yellow science laboratory. And for me to do the yellow science, I need the Gen 3 chip, which I have, I could do it. But and then I also need the Gen 2 chip, which I need ×4 the Gen 2 chip, 2 of the Gen 3 chips, 8 of the sulfur, and then I need 2.25 on energy, and I make 1 yellow science. And for me to be able to build it, you can see down there on the bottom, it requires me to have 250 of the Gen 3 chips already. So I need to make that. But for me to make that Gen 3 chip, requires me to have a low K dielectric, copper cables, aluminum, phenolic resin, and energy. Now, I don't know how I make all that on one thing, because for me to make the Gen 2 chip, I had to make the copper cables on one of the production buildings. And for me to do the production building, it only would cover like 3 connections. So I could have the low K dielectric come in, and I could say maybe have the phenolic resin come in. But now I need to make the copper cables and the aluminum plus the Gen 3 chip all on one. Yeah, that might be a little tough. Although it says up here now for my productions, it says connections is 8. So apparently that must have changed things. Now that I look at that, does that mean that I can go on to here? See, my connections on this is 3. So if I was to make 1 less 1 free plus 0.2 extra connections. Okay, so if I'd have to dial this down a little bit, and then I can bring in a second connection. Oh, I get it. So if I had this up at 4, but I brought the copper mine, say down, okay, this is 12, all right? So we'll think that 12. So if I bring that down a little bit, now there we go. Now our connections is 3 of 4, but our max is 26. See, now that could work. Now I could bring in that extra line for the cable extruders, the copper smelter, and the copper miner, and that would work. Okay. So if I do that now see, if I minus that out more, I can get it down to 20, and that would give me 5, which would make it perfect for me to be able to work on that Gen 3 chip. All right, I get it. You know what? I might want to change that back. So, yeah. but I'll have to definitely fix that later on. I did not realize that I could do that if I backed it down a little bit, that I could add more connections to that production, because that was going to be quite the issue, and I couldn't make as much Gen 2 chips as I wanted. I could only make one per minute or one per second or whatever it is. But yeah, so right now what we are currently working with is, if we look here, well, let's look here first at the research. On the research here, you can see I've gotten everything. I'm down to where I need the yellow science packs. And you can see I come down to the yellow science packs, and then down here is pretty much game over at this point. We completed the game for now, and then we're going to move forward. But we need to get down to the yellow. Now, the yellow, for us to do that, is going to be to get in here to the level 16. And here's kind of my situation here. So I got a couple of these, just normal, shooters. And I got a couple up here, and then I have a healer that's in the center. So he can heal all four of these guys. Now, this one here has got a healer in the center. These two are the normal, shoot them up, bang, bang. So is this one here. But this one here does a splash effect. So he's like an AoE. And the blue wall, you can see like right here, this blue wall is actually a Mark II wall. And then the gray is actually a Mark I. I imagine if we start right now, we're stuff is going to eat through this first wall like really super fast. And so I'm not even sure if we'll end up making through it, but we can, definitely try. And if we see that we're just not going to work well, then we can go back to the drawing board, try to figure out what the next course of action is, and like where we need to go from that point. So what we need to do here is, I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to drill down to level 13. At level 13, we're going to get a yield increase of a plus 100%. So that's going to be super nice. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to make level 13, because if we make level 13, we get a yield increase of 100%. Our current yield right now on some of our stuff is down to like 30%. So if we get that 100%, it should put us all these yields at a plus of 130%, which would definitely help right now, because we're not getting as much resources in that we could possibly get right now. So that would be quite nice. And then the next one would be, it would increase the game speed times 5. Well, not so much the fighting, because the fighting you can only do as a times 1 that we figured earlier in the game. We figured that out. But as far as the production and everything like that, all the parcels and the map, that's where we can multiply that and make things a little bit quicker, so you're not sitting around forever. And on another note on that, it would be nice if they made it so that there was like a Tetris game or something you could play, or some kind of a side quest game. Because I tell you, sometimes waiting for all those parcels to be made and whatnot, and the buildings to be made within the parcels, it takes some time. I mean, some serious amount of time. And so it'd be nice if there was like a little side game or something like that you could play while you're waiting or something. I don't know. Just a food for thought, if you will. But so anyways, level 14 is going to be our game speed to 5. And then at level 15, we're going to, our minimum yield, right now our minimum yield is 30%. But our minimum yield once we get to 15 will be 35%. And then at level 16, we'll be able to unlock graphite and graphene, which that will allow us to make the yellow science packs and the Gen 3 chip, which is that's the components that we need to be able to make that. So yeah, let's get into this. Let's hope that we can fight these off and make level 13. I imagine it is going to be close. I don't even know like how this is gonna work out. So let's cross our fingers and hope that we do well. All right, so we got a big guy here. I see two big guys, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 big guys. It's too bad we can't like scroll over these to see like the distance that they cover, so we can kind of get a better idea of when they're going to possibly start fighting. They should be fighting here anytime now. Come on, guys, you're worrying me. And these big guys are getting in close. We need to start firing. Oh, there we go. We got one. Got another one firing at the big guys. There we go. One out, another one out. This guy should be just laying waste on these two at least. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, nice. They took out that fast. Nice. I need to put up more of those. All right. Looks good. That AoE guy is really just going to town on those guys. Now we got this one down here. It wouldn't be so bad if we had another one down in this this lower region, you know, to kind of cover these lower region. But once they get into like a certain vicinity, I think we'll be all right. We can just concentrate on the big guys, get the big guys out of the way. That should make it so we could just focus on the little guys. They're going to take a little bit longer to get in, and so that's going to make things a little easier on us. There we go. We got one last big guy to take out. There we are. So now it's just a matter of taking out the little guys here. Not too bad. Nice. And there we go. Success. We just got 100% yield to all of our resources. It doesn't look like it, though. It looks like they're still at the 30%. So I don't know. I don't know why that would be a thing, huh? Oh, no, there it goes. All right, so yeah, they all added 130% to our all of our resources, so that's nice, kind of a replenish, if you will. Well, they actually did pretty decent. I kind of like this configuration. Might just kind of stick it out and see what's going to happen. Let's redo our walls here, get our walls back up, and let's go from there. All right, so it looks like we're all done. We got it all healed back up and everything like that. But as you can see here for my mounts, the turret Mark II, it cost 146,500 of the copper sheets and 146,500 of the Gen 2 chips. Now, I don't know how I'd afford that, considering that my max right now is only 5,500 or 50,500. Now, I got this healing splash turret. It's a little different than just a healing turret. I imagine healing turret just like, you know, kind of plinks at the area and, you know, and heals up the turret. But we got this healing splash turret. It requires me to have 49,250 of the steel and 49,250 of the Gen 2 chip. But then I have to have 98,500 gears. Now, I don't have that, obviously. I can only get up to 50,000 at the moment, so that's not even a possibility. Now, the other one here is the splash turret, which I wouldn't mind having like a second one, but I can only afford one at the moment because the cost to get a second one out is going to cost me 55,000 of the iron plates. Well, I only have 50,000, so I'm like 5,000 short, so I can't do this one, which also requires me to have 16,500 of the oil barrels and 27,500 of the copper intruders. Now, for me to do the healing turret is 13,200 of the steel, 22,000 of the Gen 1 chip, and 44,000 of the iron plates. Now, see, I could do another one of these and put them in, but I haven't really seen my turrets end up getting to the point where they get attacked. So I'm kind of holding off on this one to kind of see, like, if that gets to the point, if I need to put this in somewhere and kind of cover kind of a loophole, where the bouncer or the enemy is getting through. But so right now we're doing pretty good, and I don't know where that other healing turret would go. It can't really do any damage. It does do healing of 3 and a range of 170. Now, we have the normal turret. This is the Mark II down here. This is just the Mark I. The Mark I requires me to have 11,000 steel, which I have that, but 55,000 of the bricks. Now, I only have the 50,000 of bricks, so obviously can't do that one either. So we just got to work with pretty much what we got. So we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 of the Mark I turrets. And then we have 1 of the splash ones, and then we have 2 of the healing ones. So that's pretty much what we're able to work with. And so it's just pretty much about spacing and strategy on putting it down in the right spot to be able to cover the areas where we're going to need. So let's go get in and see if we can take out level 14. And yeah, and see if that is possible. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Try to move the screen a little bit. Kept grabbing those blocks. All right, so let's execute level 14 and see if we can make it through that. So I'm seeing for big guys here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, we got a lot of big guys this time. Ooh, 11, 12. I think we got at least 12. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow, 15 of the big guys. And we got a bunch of them coming in on that splash one. So that's going to be nice. So that splash one's going to actually be able to do something. Turrets are already taking off on these guys here. There we go. Get rid of those big guys. These guys are getting a little close for comfort. Come on. Oh, there we go. Took those out. Now I just got to take that guy out. There we go. All right. I think we got pretty much most of these down here. We got a bunch of them coming in right from the top here. Need to be taken out. There we go. Got that. All right, good. We're doing good so far. We only got the 4 big guys coming in from the bottom, and pretty much everything else is getting chewed up. There we go. Down to 2 of the big guys. 1 of the big guys. There we go. He's working on the next one, and we got a bat dude coming in. Need to take care of him. There we go. Got rid of that bat. Now it's just a matter of getting rid of all the little stuff here. And I think we're doing pretty good. They haven't even gotten down to my Mark II walls yet, so that's good. I mean, we still got quite a bit of the Mark I walls still out there and defending us, so we are doing quite good on this one. All right, and there we go. Success. We have beaten level 14. We are up to 15 now. I just got to go through and rebuild up the base a little bit. I did get a little bit into my Mark II walls, but I think we stayed steady on that one. I think we did a really good job on that one, and pretty excited about that. I think that, we might be able to handle level 15. So give me a moment here to kind of heal up the walls, get the walls back up, and we'll try for 15. All right, so we got this all completed, all healed back, if you will, with the walls and stuff. And I think I feel pretty comfortable with maybe going for level 15. Let's see how we do. It looks like our guns and everything did pretty decent. And as you can see from the red, they need enemy needs to come in pretty close before they start firing. So the little, the walls mostly are to kind of slow down the little guys, and then the big guys, of course, are going to tromp through it. They're going to get closer to the guns quicker and faster, and once that happens, then we'll be able to take care of them and move forward. So yeah, let's get it done into level 15. See if we can't knock that out. All right, here we go. So how many big guys we got this time? I see 2, 3, 4. Oh man, there's so many of them. All right, see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh, there must be at least 20 of them. Oh man. Oh, and we got a new guy up here. Check this out. He's got a blue guy. Well, that's interesting. Hopefully he doesn't dig through any faster than the red guys. We just have the one blue guy. Looks like it. So we're pretty good there. Starting to take out some up here already with these guns. We got the big ones shooting off there for these. Get rid of those bat dudes. Man, it takes some time to get those bat dudes down. All right, so we're doing pretty good there. We got that one there. Great, that one's covered. We got most of the big guys taken out except for the ones down here. Oh, here we go. All right, we're taking out the blue guy and the bat, man. I tell you, they're together, so they're going to be tough. It doesn't even look like they're doing much damage to him, do they? Oh, we got rid of the blue guy. Nice. All right. Got rid of the new guy. Sent him packing. All right, we got one last red guy here, and then it should be mostly home free because the rest of these are just going to be the little things. There we go. So we got that all taken care of. Now it's just a matter for us to just lie waste to everything else. But we've got quite the little circle of pink going around here. So quite a few of these little distant range guys that we got to, deal with right now. And there we go. We took out level 15. We only have just the one level left to go. I think I want to see whether or not we can't take out that last one. But our minimum yield is increased to 35%. So that's pretty sweet. So that's pretty nice. So all we have to do is just to heal up these walls. And I think I want to try for level 16. If we can get level 16 out, then we can start working on the yellow potion and kind of get to that point where we're going to be at end game. So give me a moment to heal up these walls. All right, looks like we're all healed up and we are ready for the last level, level 16. That should be quite interesting. Hopefully we can make it through this last level and move on. We did pretty good. We didn't even lose any of the Mark II walls like we did on level 14, but hopefully level 16 will be, well, not easier, but it will be as successful as level 15 was. There was that blue guy. I don't know. Maybe we'll get 2 blue guys this time. I don't know how that's going to work out, but let's see what happens. Let's get into this. So I see all the red guys coming in. We're probably going to have at least 20, 25 of those red guys. And then, of course, we got the little bat guys there. And I'm not seeing the blue guys yet, but last time the blue guys didn't come in until later. So I'm going to just guess that that's going to be the occurrence this time as well. There's one blue guy. Hopefully we start opening fire soon. We're getting a little close, a little too out of my comfort zone here. There we go. Open fire, getting these guys out of the way. Let's get these guys going here, huh? We're getting pretty close there. Get all the bad guys out of the way here. We should be all right. There we go. Here goes the big guns. Got the blue guy again. That's good. I was half expecting to see 2 blue guys this time, but that wasn't the case. So that's good. All right, so we got those pretty much ironed out up here. There's the last one going there. There's one up here that we haven't really shot at, but we still have like about 7 more roughly down here at the bottom. So they can start working on those anytime now. Oh, here we go. There we go. Oh, we see there's a bat guy down there too. I didn't see that. And we're taking out the last big guy there. And then from here on out should just be a little tiny guy. So yeah, looks like we did all right this time around too. So we'll just play it out and we'll see you in the end. And there we are. We made it to level 16. Now we unlocked graphite and graphene, so that's great. And it looks like from here on out is for us to do 17, which increases our yield in again to 100%. And then 18, we get the game speed of 6. And then at 19, minimum yield of 40%. And level 20, we get hafnium ore and hafnium plate. So that's interesting. I'm not sure exactly what that's all about, but that should be interesting to see what comes about that. So let me see here on the research here. We should start being able to make the yellow science packs now. So that's what I'll be working on here and trying to iron that out. We can go up to times 5 now. So that's great. And it looks like from here, this is pretty much the high end. This is going to be what we're going to complete with, and that's going to put us right here for the complete the game for now, space logistics. So that's pretty intense. I'm kind of interested to see how we do that. We're going to get reinforced walls and splash turret Mark IIs. That'll be sweet. The extraction buildings gain to a 300% unlocks the beacon tier 2. We get a rocket launch pad, rocket part assembly, rocket control unit factory, an LDS factory, fuel processing facility. And then it reduces the energy consumption of buildings by another 4%. Unlocks the Gen 4 chip plant, the graphene lab, hafnium mine, hafnium disulfide plant, advanced disposition chamber, and metal gate plant. So quite the right there. A lot of high-tech electronics are going to be unlocking. We get the nano electronics. We get the Gen 5 chip plant, nanowire lab, and AP material lab. So we get Gen 4 and we get the Gen 5 chip plant. So that'll be interesting. We get the node parcel output throughput by times 24. That'll be pretty sweet. Increases the warehouse capacity by 24,000. I mean, we are at 50,000, so that means that should put us up about 74,500. That should unlock a few more guns for us. That'll be sweet. And then we get the turret attack speed here. Increases all turrets by attack speed by 100%. Turret damage by 100%. Turret range by 100%. And reduces all your units damage taken by 60%. Well, we've been doing pretty good because none of our units, knock on wood, have not been taking damage. So we've been doing pretty decent on that. And then once we get done with that, then the next one will be the white science pack, which is the last one. And we get to complete the game now and unlocks beacon tier 3. Now, I haven't really figured out what the beacons are for. I should go ahead and try making one and just see what it does. But yeah, so that should be interesting. I'm quite interested to see how that comes about. So the other thing I'll do is we'll put the walls back up and see if I can get some more guns up, especially since we'll be doing some more research. And you should see that this area here, even though it is quite large and has grown, we are going to, it's going to increase even more, especially once we get that yellow science pack in here. You can see how the red is like this size. The green is like twice the size of the red. And then the blue here is twice the size of the green. And then the purple here is pretty much twice the size of the blue. So, you know, it seems like every time we go up a science pack, they get that much bigger. So I'm expecting that the yellow is going to be quite large indeed. But anyways, thank you very much for coming along and joining me on this adventure. I really appreciate it. I mean, it's been so much fun so far, and I've really been enjoying this game, and I'm sure you would too if you go and check it out. It's a super fun game, and very relaxing, very cozy. Not nothing groundbreaking, but some of those enemies, they can't get the best of you if you don't place those guns out right. And we've been pretty lucky, I think, on our strategy. And so we've been doing good things. So I want to thank Dark Sky patrons and channel members for the support to the channel. Really appreciate having you guys along. If you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button and hit that like if you're enjoying the content. Also, if you're loving the content and you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Hit that join button down below, and the support would mean the world to me. You get special access to exclusive videos, special badges, emojis, even be able to come and join me on games. There's like a whole slew of different perks and and things that you'd be able to unlock. You go check down that, smash that join button and go check that out. But I hope to see you on the next one. You take care now, and bye-bye.